That part. I mean, true story. All stories ain't true, but this one is live. Black Republicans destroy white Democrats. Quotations savage. Mm-mm-mm. Joe Rogan defends Elon Musk. We already know from Kamala and everybody else. Oh, since ever since he did that God's work and bought Twitter and renamed it X, it's been up. It's been up. It's been up. I'm not gonna lie to you. Double tap the screen, get the likes up early in the game. Let's just take it there today, man. Let's just take it there today. All right. Oh man. Hey, they've been age restricting my videos and copyright striking me off the meat rack. Oh yeah, they don't. So weird, man. There are a lot of black Republicans out there, but they don't tell that part, man. So we want to talk today about why we want to speak. We want to speak to black people that are black Republicans that are Republicans, excuse me, and we want to get their mind state on it. We're gonna watch these people get destroyed. Check this out. Let's get into it.
Your response?
I love the emotions that this triggers people.
Oh, same question?
Same question.
Especially black women conservative. They speak powerful.
Dang, you pretty much took my part. Well, since you did the number one, I would say the number two is
Trump will be back on the scene in the day after tomorrow. On 31st, we're gonna be covering that.
The idea that there is this systemic oppression and systemic racism that is keeping us down. So we have this boogeyman that we have to blame for every single
that boogeyman. Don't y'all hate that man? That white boogeyman
thing going wrong in our lives, which requires us to not take accountability, not take responsibility for the choices and the decisions that we make as free people. Because nowadays we see that there is literally nothing that you can't do. There's nothing that there's nobody you can't be with. There is no job that you can't have. There's no business that you cannot start. You literally can do whatever you want to do. So if we're being honest, now we're living in this time, in this era where we're talking about it being more of.
Get some shots before we start getting the people up in here. Squares and grizzly bears, my right hand man. Celeste Lansky, my other right hand man. Fucking brother. Everybody that's here, Hustle Man, Former, Your Truth, My Fucking Opinion, one of my fucking favorite channels. I see you over there. I see you doing God's work right now, man. Yeah, I'm just staying out the way. I'm staying out the way. Splash, salute. B1, salute. I see you. Everybody that's here. All right, let's get to it.
Of a mental slave.
I might drop the link today, man, because this right here wasn't made for numbers today. This was made for conversation.
Instead of the slavery that our ancestors experienced. Now we're being complicit in our own slavery, celebrating the very things that keep us down. Stripper culture.
Boom! That part.
Our own slavery, celebrating the very things that keep us down. Stripper culture. Hip hop. The way hip hop.
Yeah, stripper culture. I remember I used to have to take a chick out on a fucking date. You know what I'm saying? I come home from jail. It's different.
It is right now is mad crazy. The fact that we have gotten completely comfortable seeing our men dressed up in skirts and dresses and lipstick and nail polish and all this being traipsed around on the.
Yeah, Your Truth. I am staying all the way out the way. I seen all this shit coming. I seen Uncle Funky. You know what I'm saying? I can't even talk about it. It kills my channel. So yeah, I've just been staying out the fucking way, man. I'm tired of trying to save somebody when I'm trying to get saved my fucking self.
The red carpet every single opportunity that the culture has, and none of us are speaking out against it. And let's not even begin to talk about how they have. And
this is the black on black. Let's see how black conservatives, aka black Republicans, interact with white Democrats or liberals. You know what I'm saying? This shit is a whole. I mean, the delivery, everything is just so different. Now here we have a young kid right here. This dude is young as fuck, right? But he got that fire on him. All right, check it out. I'm so happy that they fucking young and learning this shit.
I think that people want to argue at the end of the day over whether it's because you're white or not. I think that the answer is because you're white in the past, and that's how it kind of carries over.
Trust me, I'm gonna get out here in the dirty in a second, but I just need to right now. I need a spirit. I need a spirit removal. You know what I mean? I remove my spirit from this shit because you know I play hard, and if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. I love you. I love you. You know what I mean? But it's not gonna be returned on this device. You know, it's better to try to do it different.
To today, you know, even in times of the United States history where Black people tried to build wealth, you know, with the Tulsa riots and everything, where
man, I love these concerned white people. It's so beautiful, man. God, you know, salute to them, to the concerned whites that's worrying about how we wasn't allowed to make money and shit. You know what I'm saying? It is important to have strong fucking 2-family homes. You goofies, y'all be promoting that shit with the woman raising the man. Let me explain something. In the projects, when a woman raises a man, he becomes a killer or a drug dealer. That, you understand me? Of course, we want 2-family parent homes. Did you not see the movie? Well, you know, you might be too young to see the movie Claudine and how they use welfare to keep our fathers out of the crib, man. That was some Democrat shit, y'all. All this welfare shit that y'all raving about, man. This is some Democrat shit that was planned to fucking keep our families fucked up. It wasn't to help us. Listen to this shit.
It's more so.
I guarantee you, even though he did not interrupt these people, they will not be able to let him speak. This is one tactic I learned about career Democrats and people that's too emotional. They will not allow you to speak. They will not allow you to finish your sentence, or better yet, your thought. They'll rely on technicalities. They play games with words and shit. You know what I'm saying? And instead of attacking the issue, they never stay on topic. Now, watch and see if I'm this guy's face, y'all. Pay attention to this guy's face as like this is the first cutoff. I mean, it is a debate, but you have people moderating this shit. It's supposed to have an ebb and flow, right? But like doing what? He's trying to make you understand that it was liberal, racist ass motherfuckers in slavery times that made these, you know, these programs and stuff that were so saying that they were helping us, but they were really hurting us. That's what we're talking about. You see the stipulation? See, in this white liberal's mind, he thinks that giving you money in this way is helping you. No, the black guy is saying, damn, you giving me money, but you keeping my father out of the house. The only way I could get this money is by not having a father. Look at the difference of mentality. On one end, yo, y'all getting free money, you should be good. On this end, yeah, you giving me something free, but I'm paying by losing my fucking father. And we're saying that it takes 2 parents to raise a successful man or person, human.
Because I think when you think, regardless of what,
some confusing stuff that you just said, sir. Let's rewind. What the hell did he just say? Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up.
well, I mean, I need to stop you there.
Yeah, they always got to stop. They always got, you know, these liberal Democrats. They just can't. They don't want to hear you, bro. I'm gonna prove this to you, man. Watch while they try to dog Elon Musk. I got Joe Rogan defending Elon Musk, holding him down and showing you a bunch of receipts on how they trying to shut homie down. Black people, yo, but we so negative sometimes. Motherfuckers see me planting and shit. I'm like, look at this nigga planting. This nigga trying to plant. Jack and beanstalk ass. Nigga trying to plant in the hood. Here's what you get. Stop boxing yourself in. What you mean you can't plant? You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You see Trump? That's the real Trump, by the way. I keep telling y'all, man. All this fake news talking about he's fat and he's old and all the Trump is fit. But yeah, think outside the box. Stop letting people tell you what you can't do. Like you can't get into agriculture. You can't start a farm. You can't play hockey or whatever. You can't do, man, you do whatever. Niggas was laughing at me when I started playing. Who the fuck you think you is? You know what I mean? Like, what you got a garden? You know what I'm saying? What type of shit you growing? You know what I'm saying? Like, when it's gonna be done? You know what I'm saying? Let me know. I wanna buy some. Nigga, I ain't talking about weed. I ain't talking about no weed, bro. Fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But this dude, look at his leg.
And I think I'm
Look at his leg. Look how he tapping his leg. He ready to go. Look at this white liberal man with so much fervor for black issues.
Follow this path, and you have to think a certain way.
I think America is a great place for a black person. I think I'm an American. Anything that's available.
Way.
I think America is a great place for a black person. I think I'm.
Look at that leg. You know I'm goofy. This is my show. I'll do whatever I want. Watch this. Look at that leg. Look at the leg. Matter of fact, let's do it. Let's speed it up a little bit. Let's see how. Let me just show you, sir. You're being watched. Like a woodpecker. Leg bumping like a woodpecker. You want to know why I'm pointing that out? Because a lot of these Democrats you'll find have a lot of emotions like wrapped up and you know, like into this shit. You know, like you be hold up, wrong picture. Yeah, you'll be thinking like, what the fuck did I do to you? I just told you that he's not racist. I just said Trump. You know what I mean? I think there's other people eligible to run for president outside of Trump, but he's the guy there. And y'all talking about he's racist. Oh man, it's nothing wrong with branching out and learning. Look at his hat. Y'all notice what his hat says? It's going to explain everything about this man's fervor, right? Mine and Major Baltimore in the building. It says Hunter Biden 2024.
For black people all the time.
And if you look at that shirt that he has, right? Look at the contrast in the shirts they wear. This is this young conservative dude. I'm a vax rebel, meaning that he doesn't want to be vaccinated, right? And this guy's shirt has a dead chicken with blood pulling out of it with skeleton bones. You know what I'm saying? And then on the outside, he has a Hunter Biden shirt on, and then he has an unassuming Hawaiian shirt on the outside. So what he does is he opened that shirt up when it's time for him to fight, to let you know that he's, you know, ferocious and stuff like that, right? But then when he gets around his, you know, same color friends in a different environment, he buttons the shirt up so you don't see what's under the shirt. Go ahead, look at that. Look at that shirt, y'all. Take a look at that shirt and look at his body language. And Hunter Biden, who smokes heavy krills, is his hero. Look at this. Look at this. Legit, right? Well, Mandela is a lot of people's hero. Some people say Mandela is one of the best people to ever exist. You let them tell it. Let them tell it. A convicted felon doesn't make you the worst person in the world. All right? Mandela is a lot of people's hero.
The largest increases we ever saw for HBCUs, personally done by his administration, among many other things. The First Step Act, which, you know, there's a lot.
I'm less likely to be shocked by dumb shit like that. I'm less likely to be shocked by you telling me somebody's a man. I'm from the Bronx. Where do y'all think I'm from? I'm from the Bronx. Double tap the screen. Double tap the screen. Get the lights up. We about to do God's work. Somebody about to be mad. You know what? I knew when I titled this video, I will get somebody mad. It's cool. It's cool. But you got to understand where you at. You at the battleground, and it could get funky around here. Trust me when I tell you, boo-boo. Be careful what y'all type in that chat, man. Be very sharp with what your words are, because you will leave here with your feelings hurt.
A lot of debate about whether it was really the best thing to do, but that was definitely a kiss of love.
Shocked me with somebody being a convicted felon. You know what I'm saying? Especially with some trumped up charges. No Trump. You feel me? Some trumped up ass charges, man. Knock it off, man. Knock it off. I swear to God. Man gets shot. Y'all trying to say that he wasn't really shot. If you're on the Trump train, type one. Get bucked. Come up with a black power fist. Like, fight. As an American. Keep your head down. Nah. Y'all want to talk about his charges. Some trumped up ass charges. They've been a witch hunt on this dude since he been out here doing this. Lie, man. I ain't gonna lie. This is interesting. But to see the white Republicans go at it with the white liberals Oh, this is wild shit here. Watch this shit. Uh-oh. Watch this shit. Oh, this shit right here got spicy. Check it out. All right, get the likes up. Double tap the screen. We're going to go there. Carrots in the chat if you understand what we about to do.
Coming to him.
See? I don't know about y'all. This shit just shocks the fuck out of me, man. It's sobering. I like to hear that. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm a freak for this type of shit, man. I'm a freak for this to really hear what you think about me. I'm a freak for like really trying to figure out what y'all think about how you think in general. Why would you want anybody dead? Why would you say anybody got coming to? Why would you say I hate him? Somebody that you don't even know. It showed me I gotta, you gotta really watch what you say out here because people, words are spirits, right? We know this, right? But what words, like I could see if you hated me because I told you to eat a dick, you know what I'm saying, with extra bleach sauce on it. I'd see if you hate me. I might tell you eat a dick. You know what I'm saying? But why would you hate a motherfucker that's running for president just because you don't like his policies and how he speaks? Crazy. Getting a lot of conversation about black women supporting Kamala just because she's black or she's a woman, right? Now, would y'all vote for somebody just because they skin color? Like, for real. Be honest. Be honest. Would you vote for somebody just because of their skin color, man? Let's get to the issues. I remember they used to call me Uncle Tonto. I remember that, man. Years ago. Now they know better because they know I'm into hurting feelings sometimes, you know. But check this out. My boy Anton Daniels. Oh God.
Voting for Democrats all the time. Okay. And you said that because we get it from our parents. And
Kamala ain't black.
I respectfully disagree with that. We don't get it from our parents.
Well, hold on before we get into it. So, how old are you and where you calling from?
Oh, I'm calling from Ann Arbor.
It's Uncle Ruckus. Uncle Ruckus, the real Uncle Ruckus is a Democrat. All right.
I'm 57 years old.
Okay, got you. All right, so go ahead.
I'm down the street from you.
Same age as Uncle Ruckus too.
Yeah. Shout out to people and shout out to A2. All right, go ahead. So you saying that you disagree with the fact that we get it from our parents?
Yeah, we don't. I don't think the majority of us got it from our parents.
Hey, well, this caller tells Anton black people becoming Republican is racist. Says it's not for black culture.
As a black person, it's nothing but a trinket.
So how is it racist? Explain to me how it's racist.
Well, what I'm saying is that you don't see
ignorant motherfuckers.
Any like Kamala, the vice president we got right now. She's a black woman. Barack Obama was the first black president.
Excuse me. Tim R. Ooh, baby. They coming in hot tonight, Lansky. Democrats should have never been able to continue as a party after starting the who, take the weed and leave the what. Tim came in hot, no freaky. I call that God's work. Look at that comment, y'all.
He didn't do shit for black people. What you talking about?
I'm not talking about whether he did something or not, but the thing is that he rolled up the rank in the Democrat Party. But black people had
laughing at him. This is an old black dude, 57 years old. He lived 57 years to come on this channel and embarrass himself by saying that being a black Republican is racist. Oh, I gotta listen to it.
Don't change they know the Republican Party is not gonna put a black man on the presidential platform. That's not gonna happen.
What difference do it make whether you black or not? What happened to I don't care about identity politics. I care about the person that's going to do the best job. And so you said out of your mouth that if you are part of the Republican Party, it is a racist party. Tell me how.
But you're not going to move up the rank. That's what I'm saying.
So you're not. So wait. So now you backtracking. You're not saying that it's a racist party. You saying that you're not going to move up the ranks because you're black.
Well, you're not going to move up the rank because you're black. That's right. That's racist.
So that's what makes it racist, because you're not going to move up the rank because you're black.
Right.
Do you hear how crazy that sounds?
Thank you.
No, it's not crazy.
That's absolutely. Listen. This is a public servant job that is supposed to be doing the thing that's in the best interest of all Americans. And so the goal is equal. That's what Martin Luther King advocated for. Even Malcolm X advocated for equal opportunity, even though it's separate but equal, right? And so if you really don't understand the Democratic Party and the history of it, then you'll say things like you saying. The Democratic Party is really the party of slavery. If you understand your history, it was the Republicans that freed the slaves. The Democrats were the ones that were enslaving black people. They were the ones that wanted to keep you in chains.
But that all changed in 64.
No, it did not change, because listen.
Man, 57 years old. I pray all his kids is alive.
Hold on. The very same principles, in that we are not going to give any group, which is exactly what the Liberal Party doing. They pick and choose it depending on whatever it is that they can get a vote from. So they're going to bring a bunch of migrants into the country. They're going to create laws for the Asians. They're going to make sure that
tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. Life in Pedunkville, it don't make sense for black people to vote Democrat after all they did to the black people in America. They fought hard against the civil rights movement, and look what they did to Malcolm X. Now, I don't know about the Malcolm X part, but everything else. Keep your hand out of my pocket.
They advocate for the alphabet community in order to keep a strong voter base. The Republicans
double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots. We shouldn't have less than 100 likes up in here. Let me check the likes out. Not enough. Double tap the screen. You're going to see a big thumb pop up on your screen. A vote for Kamala is a vote to send out kids to die on foreign soil or on domestic soil or in jail. For real. And they ain't got to do shit to get there. Two of Kamala's dad is also Indian and Irish from Jamaica. Jamaica has a large population of East Asian Indians. Yeah, let's get the likes up. Mind of Baltimore, no reply. I never had an opinion on Biden losing in the landslide, and that's fake news. You know what I'm saying?
Republican Party basically stands for we believe in
B1. I don't think that Mind of Major Baltimore has a stomach for any politician. I'm gonna tell you now. He's a different type of cookie.
Constitution. We believe in a
whole different sandwich right there.
Right to seek liberty and happiness, but we're not going to tell you what to do. What we don't want you to do is mess up the foundation of what we've established to be American.
Yeah, Cassie. They want these black girls to, you know what I'm saying, delete their babies. That's really what they want. They want you to delete your babies. You feel me?
And that we don't want you pushing any agendas inside of our schools. That's what the Republican Party stands for. You have not explained in any way, shape, or form how the Republican Party is racist just because they handpicked a bunch of people in order to give you some identity politics while still continuing to do the same thing that they was doing before. Kamala Harris and Barack Obama being a representation of who you are while at the same time giving you the shit that actually ruins your families and your communities is the very definition. Kamala Harris and Barack Obama being a representation of who you are while at the same time giving you the shit that actually ruins your families and your communities is the very definition of hide and seek and then real racism, because your cities is destroyed. Everything that you stand for, your schools is messed up.
And talk.
You finally get somebody that get in the office and tell you the truth and saying, hey man, black community, y'all been fucked up for a long time.
Nigga, talk. Oops, wrong button.
Y'all been messed up for a long time. Listen, as a matter of fact, I will be the first to tell you that Kamala Harris instituted some of the laws and she enforced some of the things that kept y'all locked up over there in California for the majority of what black people, for a lot of these black people's lives.
If you black and you living in California, you about to get free money, baby. I wish I was in Cali.
If that's not the very definition of racism, I don't know what is. If they give you somebody that enslaves you just because they look like you saying that the party is racist, but they give you more opportunity for you to be able to feed your family. How does that make sense? See, this is the things that a lot of black people have been instilled in them, and you've been programmed. You've been programmed to think a certain way. Nobody is supposed to give you shit. The only thing you're supposed to have is the opportunity to be able to do what you want to do and feed your family.
That part.
You haven't explained at all how the Republican Party is racist. All you doing is saying the same thing that our parents said, that you said that you disagreed with me in the first place.
Well, let me explain to you. You're right. After slavery, black people was with the Republican Party. But that all changed in '64 when LBJ, Lyndon Johnson, signed the Voters' Rights Act.
A known racist.
The Voters' Rights Act.
Hello, okay.
We all scratched our head. I scratched my head, Anton, and then dude over here, I don't even know who that is.
A known racist.
Look.
Hello, I can't
you have not.
We all scratched our head because we probably all thought at the same exact fucking time that this is a 57-year-old man talking.
Told us how the Republican Party.
Okay.
Are you driven?
Black man. Black man. Everybody like that one black man. All right, now that's not racist, y'all. Call it what you want. Black man. Everybody like that one black man.
And
okay,
2024 is racist.
Okay. And 64.
Oh, man. Okay, let's just do this. Sidebar, right? Try to say any word that has the letter L in it, but replace the letter L with the letter R. So if you take the word yellow and take the L's off and put R's there, stay it in your mind what that word would be. So instead of instead of YELLOW, say in your mind YERROW. Or instead of school being SCHOOL, say SCHOOR, and tell me, what do you sound like? Type it in the chat.
When the Civil Rights Bill was passed, okay, that's when the blacks went from the Republican Party to the Democratic Party. There was a big shift. Now, at that time, Republicans did not want the Civil Rights Bill to be passed. They didn't want black people to vote. They didn't want black people to move out of the.
And I'm gonna get to everybody. I see y'all in the back, but go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt you.
They didn't want the black people that was in segregated areas to move into their neighborhood until the Civil Rights Bill was passed.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, Slimmy, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come up, big dog. All right, go ahead, sir. I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead.
Okay, so like I say, you're right. Black people was with the Republican Party after the slavery, but it wasn't just
dude drunk.
64 when Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Civil Rights Bill, and that the black people went over to the Democratic Party. And when
how are the Republicans racist in 2024? I don't want to waste time. We got a lot of people with a lot of smoke, so I want to understand how is the Republican Party racist in 2024?
Okay, I'm getting to that. I'm just want to give you some history. Okay, so since then, we always knew that the Republican Party never wanted wanted black people to have civil rights. So as of today, we see that the Supreme Court, which is a racist court at this time, which is 6 justices,
it's not
did away with the Civil Rights Bill. Oh, there is no more civil rights bill no more. All that.
What do you need in a civil rights bill? What do you need in a civil rights bill that allows that will prevent you from doing what you're already doing?
I mean, what they took away was the ability to protest for malpractice of voting rights.
Whiskey bottle.
Man,
what right can't you exercise from a voter's perspective?
John Witherspoon came back from the dead. What? Take the weed and lead her. What? I'm gonna show y'all some shocking shit. This shit had me almost in tears. But before I get that, let me show you something else real quick. Kamala Harris. This is the Texas governor warning America about this Kamala Harris joint and why.
Out to her.
No, the person I've reached out to actually has been President Biden. And I have, when he arrived on the tarmac in El Paso, I handed him a letter, a one-page letter to make it easy and simple to comprehend that let him know about the 3 laws that already exist under laws passed by Congress about action he can take immediately to secure the border. He never once took me up on that offer.
I remember that day we spoke right after that, and I was curious to know if he handed that letter right away to Kamala Harris. I mean, this is something that they share because it's been the most explosive part of their administration. And he attached her name to it. I don't call her a border czar. She's the woman in charge. I mean, czar seems too light. He said he wanted her in the room, the last person in the room of every major decision. She's tied to this, which I would imagine is why Democrats are trying so hard to make America forget that it's her. I want to get to this with you, Governor. Miranda Devine's new opinion piece, Kamala Harris must still hold Biden's border inflation baggage, even as the Democrats' myth-making machine fires on all cylinders. She argues that despite attempts by media handmaidens to erase her history as a border czar, there is ample video evidence that she was handed the poison portfolio of managing the illegal migrant crisis. Vice President Harris avoided going to the border with her eye only on selfish optics rather than the welfare of the country or the pride of a job well done.
Black women's not feeling her right now, man. I ain't gonna lie. They saying, the popular thing to say is that they are feeling her. You know what I'm saying? And really, the receipts don't look. The receipts look a little bit different. Go ahead and double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, man. Give me 1 second. Check this out. Allegedly, Black America is not supporting Kamala Harris. Let's see what they talking about.
Party and are now voting for Trump. Latina Brown and Madeline Brame. Madeline, good to see you. We'll start with you. You know, she's been vice president for almost 4 years.
Yeah.
Obama was president for 8 years as a black man. So is playing the race card here really a smart strategy?
You know, thank you so much, Laura, for having me once again on your show. It is absolutely the most silliest thing that they could possibly do, because most African Americans know that the illegals' benefit card is worth more than our worthless black card. So why would we care about who Kamala Harris is, about her race or her gender? We care about the policies that she has pushed with Joe Biden for the past 3.5 years. We are struggling. We can't even make ends meet. You talked about retirement earlier. I have to work till I'm 70 years old in order to get my full retirement. So, you know, no, Black America is not supporting Kamala Harris. All right. Her color has nothing to do with the failed policies that she has championed and stood on for 3.5 years.
Now, people have called Kamala the DEI candidate, but Democrats, they don't like that.
Whenever you hear DEI, I want you to think about the N-word. I want you to think about racial slurs. That's what they actually mean.
Latina, when you hear DEI, think of the N-word? That's where they are? That's it?
Well, you know, Laura, thank you for having me on. I just want to say this. The Democrats are full of crap. And I think that they know that the American people can see through the crap that they're pushing and circulating out there to the Black community. If anything, the Democrats, they're the ones who are sowing division in the community, in this country. They're not about uniting everyone together. They're about themselves. They're about power. They're about division. They have their own agenda in place. And this thing has been in the works for years. Woo! It's just that now it's coming to light and people.
Y'all needed to hear Black woman say it, right? Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up.
And I think that they know that the American people can see through the crap that they're pushing and circulating out there to the Black community. If anything, the Democrats, they're the ones who are sowing division in the community, in this country. They're not about uniting everyone together. They're about themselves. They're about power. They're about division. They have their own agenda in place. And this thing has been in the works for years. It's just that now it's coming to light and people are starting to wake up. They're opening up their eyes. And I'm going to tell you something. The Black community, we will not support her. Nope. You know, they can try to race bait us. Nope. They can try to push the gender agenda in our community.
And speaking of that, Latina, speaking of that, I got a place because they're starting this pressure campaign for any Black person or minority who is not considering voting for Kamala.
You're going to look.
This is like disrespect now.
Real crazy being on the other side of that line, particularly as a person of color. But really as anyone.
Sounds like a quiet threat, man. This is the way they threaten you when they, you know what I mean?
Who claims to have
Look, you're not Black. If you do that, you X'd out. You're on the other side of that line. Sound like something your grandma would tell you.
Voting for Kamala.
You're going to look real crazy being on the other side of that line.
Look at her. She don't even believe that shit. She got made up just to get in that camera and send this message to the Black women that's not voting for Kamala. Bitch, we gonna catch you.
Particularly as a person of color. But really as anyone who claims to have any connection to the culture. You're going to look real weird and real lonely on that side.
All right, one line from each of you. Madeline, you're going to look really weird. Madeline, well, if you don't support her.
You know, I'm not paying her no mind. You know, I'm not supporting Kamala Harris because I don't believe in the continued genocide of Black babies in the womb through abortion, where she's pushing tooth and nail, even to the 3rd trimester. You know, I don't believe in that, and I don't support that, and I don't believe that most of the, especially Black women in the Black community, support that.
Latina, you're weird if you don't support Kamala Harris. You're weird.
Well, you know, I think, you know, that's a weird statement coming from, you know, Miss Reed. I don't think she's all there mentally. God help us all.
No, let's be nice.
No disrespect.
She's very nice. She's very nice to me in the.
They hear that part though. They get Black people a bag and then use them to manipulate the rest of y'all. It's sickening. It's exactly what's happening. Bait and switch. Piss on me and tell me that's April showers.
Elevator. We sometimes ride the elevator together, and she's actually a very. I said we should do something for charity, like go on the road and do some show for charity, and she said she would. So, I mean, I'm going to hold her to that. But I don't know. It just seems like a weak argument. I mean, if
yeah, I hear you. I bet you got a pink bag that you wear around your neck and you call it a man purse. That easy.
Kamala Harris is a smart woman who has a record to run on, then run on the record.
Yes.
Just run on it.
I agree.
To me.
But what
right,
record does she have?
Well, that's a good point. Latino.
Yeah, if you ain't black, if you don't vote for Kamala, sounds like the same thing they did with Joe.
Madeline, great to see both of you. Thanks so much.
All right, check it out. Joe Rogan starts getting at these people because, you know, what they trying to do after, you know, Elon Musk went in and copped that Twitter. Y'all know why he copped Twitter. He copped Twitter so we can have a voice. It's that simple, you know, and that's it. And they're mad at that, and they want to end that for Mr. Elon Musk. Joe Rogan speaks about Elon. Finding real interesting what he says. Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up, y'all.
Favorite billionaire. That dude's wild. He's a wild boy. I will buy Teslas as long as they sell them, just to support that dude.
Just to keep Twitter going.
And they're dope. But yeah, just to support him, man. You God damn it, you need an Elon Musk in this world. You need a wild boy. You need a dude who's got $200 billion who dunks on people.
Dude, how great was watching him realize in real time how stupid Don Lemon is?
Oh my God.
Like you could actually see on his face as he's asking the question.
Yeah, his face was priceless, though.
And he's like, well, if you lower standards, then you're going to get more incompetence. And Don Lemon's like, so you're saying black people aren't competent? And he's like, no, that's not. And he slowly starts to realize, like, oh, I have 80 IQ points on this guy.
It's not just that. He said a very important point. He said that Don Lemon was doing CNN outside of CNN. Yep. And you don't have to do that. You just don't.
All right, here we go.
Nobody wants that anymore.
I'd say you can't do that. It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. But more importantly, you shouldn't do it because it's not good for you. Just be a human. Don't be this thing, this journalistic probing bullshit thing that's trying to spin a narrative.
I think me and Lansky was talking about that today. Don't just be be a parasite. Don't be somebody that's just helping spin narratives. Have a real opinion in something and be ready to fight and die for that fucking opinion.
Don't do that. It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. But more importantly, you shouldn't do it because it's not good for you. Just be a human. Don't be this thing, this journalistic probing bullshit thing that's trying to spin a narrative. This one wild genius dude decides to buy Twitter.
Isn't it amazing?
Amazing. If he didn't do that, we would genuinely be in a real pickle.
Honestly,
you agree with that? Type 1. If he didn't buy Twitter, we'd have been a dub.
Twitter or X now is really where I get like all my news. Like I don't even resort to a lot of the mainstream media places, at least for breaking news. Like I'll find it on X. So God bless Elon Musk. I really think that he has almost single-handedly really turned this culture around. So God bless him.
He's definitely made it take a turn. And for anybody who thinks that's exaggerating, you have to take into consideration that is not a business move that any corporation that wants to make money would have approved.
No.
If you're Elon Musk, you can do it. But there's like maybe 5 of those guys on Earth.
Mm-hmm. If you don't want to be solely responsible for growing your investment firm anymore, you want
Earth that could just buy something for $44 billion. That's
crazy.
That's really probably worth half that.
Right.
So you can never justify it on paper.
No.
So he's an insane person.
He is.
Who's dedicated to free speech, who just happens to have $200 billion. So he can stat.
It was perfect.
If you're gonna blackmail me with money, you're gonna do that. Go f yourself.
It's amazing.
And then he goes, "Hi, Bob."
It's hilarious.
Also, he's smarter than everybody.
Boom.
So he sees where this is going. It's like what we're doing. But he literally has to step in and buy a social media platform, and then upon doing so, they release all these emails to these journalists, Michael Schoenberger and Matt Taibbi, and you find out through all this that they've been in contact with the FBI, and the FBI has been telling them to delete accounts and get rid of posts. And
my account was deleted prior to the Elon Musk era, but I was able to make a new account under Elon Musk's Twitter.
Yeah, luckily.
And it's the only platform that I found where I don't get my videos or posts removed.
He goes in, man.
It's really interesting to see how political he's gotten, and that immediately upon being, because he was the darling of the left and the right. The left, obviously, for the cars, right? Yeah. But the right, because he's a successful businessman. right?
Yeah.
And the second he takes a position politically,
Mm-hmm.
he is chastised, shamed, ridiculed. And even before that, think about it. Everybody was invested in Tesla because the stock was going crazy. So not only are you the darling, you're making me money.
Right.
I want you to be great.
Yeah.
Once you're making people money, they don't want to write bad about you.
Yeah.
Especially if they got $1 million invested in Tesla.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ridicule this guy and watch half of my money go away.
Yeah.
And the second he opened his mouth about politics.
And the thing is, he snaps back at people.
He goes.
Which is crazy.
He goes.
Bro, he dunks on people.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah, but I'm also just like, don't you got some science to do? Get off
how
Twitter.
are you doing this?
Yeah.
I don't understand how he does any of it.
AI, dude. He created another Elon.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's AI.
But what he's done with Twitter or X is really interesting.
I call it Twitter.
Yeah, it's hard for me to change.
Because it is an X that you made, or is it a tweet? Did you tweet something?
It's a tweet.
I tweeted it.
Yeah, it's Twitter.
It's kind of funny though, because it is X.
Yeah, but it's Twitter.
But it's Twitter.
But like the idea that he is going to uphold this soapbox for free speech, despite having some awful things said, the greater outcome will be hopefully a civil society where ideas can permeate freely.
He may have very well saved
that
humanity inside.
And you can't kill him. It's a rat. You can't kill him. It's a dog.
Some way. I don't know how happy Elon is, but I know he laughs a lot. Like, I've been around that dude a lot, and he's always laughing about it. He's clearly under an extreme amount of pressure. He's clearly a high performer, but he's also seems to be enjoying a lot of it.
Did you see his interview recently with Lex? I think it was maybe 4 months ago.
No, I didn't.
So on that, there's a really interesting point where Lex is asking him basically what it's like to be Elon.
Yeah.
And Elon says, most people.
I'm gonna show you a reason why we gotta really, you know what I'm saying, tighten up on these borders. Now, some people might say that what I'm gonna show y'all is off subject, but I think it was foul. Now, this is the man, I don't know if I should show y'all this. Let me try. I'm gonna pause it a lot. This is the with the kid. I think his name was Lissandro from the Bronx. They stabbed him up in the store. Look at
who was facing murder charges in New York City on the night of June 20th, 2018. Estrella, along with Manuel Rivera,
check it out.
Elvin Garcia, Jose Munez.
Watch what they do to this little kid, 15-year-old kid in the Bronx.
And Antonio Santiago, brutally stabbed and killed 15-year-old Lisandro Guzman Feliz. All five were part of a vicious Dominican gang called the Trinitarios. According to reports,
now this happened right around my mother's way.
Lisandro had gone to meet a new friend a few blocks away from his apartment in the Bronx.
I'm stopping it on purpose because I don't want them to flag me.
4 cars pulled up. Eventually cornering him to a nearby bodega.
This shit broke my heart, y'all.
And killed 15 Trinitarios. According to reports, teenager.
The dude in the store was strapped and everything. Didn't let him, you know what I mean? Like they let them grab him. This kid's 15 years old, little slim Joe. That's the real video too. See this right here.
Then fled away in getaway cars. To enter the shop, but was sent away. Outside and fading
He didn't help him.
fast,
That neck, him getting stabbed in that neck. You see how his neck is black? That's blood. That's what killed this little dude. 6 dudes jump on top of him, stab him up right in his hood. He dies in front of the hospital. He had to run to the hospital. The dude denied him to come back in the store after he seen what they did to him. They grabbed him in the store and pulled him out. Look at this right here, man. This is when they first step in the store.
But he was spotted by one of the gang members.
You telling them they're going to kill me. And they had him confused with somebody else the whole time. Look how they came up in the store and did this little dude, man.
A scuffle ensued, and Lissandra was dragged out of the bodega. What happens next shocked the entire city of New York.
Look at this, man. They took that kid life, man. Now these dudes from all these other countries, they're in New York, running through the city, chopping people heads off in Queens, stabbing people up in the street and all that. Now I'm not saying that that's what they. This is an older video. All right, and these are some Dominican kids, but I'm saying that this is one of the reasons why they're saying shut it down. Shut it down. He's 15 years old. Look how they did him.
Armed with large knives.
And then what's more shocking is what they did in court.
Collapsing at the entrance.
Yelling out there. That shit broke my heart, man. All right, man. I don't even want to play no more of that. You know, like that's one of the big issues. That's one of my big issues. The race issue is not really a big issue for me. Now look, Tucker's speaking about this Elon Musk thing too, right? I just wanted to show y'all that, man, so y'all can stop being so shocked when they say that they want these borders tightened up. Y'all should want these borders tightened up too.
Single greatest threat to the political and social hegemony that the left has in the United States, of course, is free speech. If you can say what you really think, they can't hold power. Words are the biggest threat to them, not guns, words. So, of course.
Give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back, people. 1 second. They be tight at Tucker. They be tight. They try to sue him. They try to cancel him, like Black Republicans. You know what I mean? They try to cancel. Our families is notorious for canceling. Let me let y'all know now.
Elon Musk take over Twitter, not because he's a right winger, he's not, but because he wants to let you speak. You have no power but your voice, and he wants to give it back to you. They can't allow that. So they're doing everything they can to destroy Elon Musk as a person before he can give you free speech. Hard to believe this is happening, but it did. Today, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, not supposed to be political, now just a tool of the Biden administration, threatened to investigate Musk. Joe Biden, for his part, just suggests that Elon Musk might be a threat to national security.
Mr. President, do you think Elon Musk is a threat to U.S. national security? And should the U.S., and with the tools you have, investigate his joint acquisition of Twitter with foreign governments, which include the Saudis?
Now, why do I wear a 30,000?
Walaikum assalam, truth lady. Salute to everybody that's here right now, man. We keeping it PG today. I'm really preparing myself for day after tomorrow when Trump speaks. You know what I'm saying? Like, this conversation needs to be had though, because me being a Cambodian man, hey, black me like one boy. Everybody like that one black man. You black man. I find it embarrassing that people try to use your color to try to sway you into an opinion that doesn't make no fucking sense. It's disrespectful. It's a slap in my face. Like I told you, don't piss on me and tell me that's April showers.
I think that Elon Musk's cooperation and/or technical relationships with other countries is worthy of being looked at.
You'll notice that in that brief moment of lucid thought, he giggled because he's thinking to himself, is Elon Musk a threat because of his relationship with foreign countries? Wait, I pressured the Ukrainian government to do business with my son.
I tried that theory that you just said. If you type Trump's name, it didn't work. I could show y'all if y'all want to see, but it's not that important. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, interesting though.
And helped him with his business deals with China. And now we're going after Elon Musk. Okay. What's interesting is even as they're threatening to arrest Elon Musk or whatever that just was, at the same time, Biden's Justice Department seems not very interested in a man called Sam Bankman-Fried. Why is that? Well, maybe because Bankman-Fried was the Democratic Party's second biggest donor this cycle, just over 30 thereabouts. But he came in right behind George Soros for the amount of money that he gave to Democrats. And he's friends with all of them. We're going to have a much longer piece on this soon because it's fascinating.
Oh, man.
But his crypto
checkmates, man.
Company just,
and you know your man Tucker Carlson is just running rogue. He gives no fucks no more.
Blew up, destroyed a lot of people's net worth. Now, apparently, as his company was tanking, Bankman-Fried continued to send millions of dollars to the Democratic Party. So the question is that fraud? We don't know. But someone should be asking that question? No. No one seems to be. No warrant has been issued. Why? Well, because he's a political ally. He's not Elon Musk. Where is he? Well, we can't interview him because he's not in the country. Apparently, he's in the Bahamas. A source told CoinDesk, quote, that the whole operation, the company that just blew up, was...
Oh, my God. Watch these pictures. Check this out. Watch these fucking pictures. Matter of fact, I'm not going to do that.
Run by a gang of kids in the Bahamas in a luxury penthouse. But don't ask questions. Vivek Ramaswamy is a man who's been around a lot of high finance. He's an
this dude is funny shit.
Entrepreneur and a really interesting person, sophisticated in the ways of this stuff. He joins us tonight. Vic, thanks so much for coming on. So they're basically threatening Elon Musk from the podium in the White House because he dares to bring back free speech, but ignoring this Democratic donor?
FTC, the government using that shit to just pimp. Stop along.
So it's funny, it's this arranged marriage between big government and big business in this country, Tucker. Yes. You know it well. Where actually Elon was a darling, by the way, when he was pushing the climate religion. He only fell out of favor when he started pushing free speech. Now take this guy, Sam Bankman-Fried, who actually goes by SBF in the crypto world. So let's call him SBF. The interesting thing here is he actually bought protection. He played the old Goldman Sachs pre-2008 game. You'll remember this. Goldman Sachs paid for a lot of protection from the government to pay out. It's like an insurance policy when it matters most. When the 2008 financial crisis hit, that's why Goldman Sachs got bailed out while Lehman Brothers didn't. Well, SBF appears to be playing a really similar game. He's a top donor to the Democrats.
Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up. That probably get people up here. Let me remind y'all to double tap the screen and it'll make a like button jump up on your screen. Okay? And if you want to dislike it, go to the top right, hit the 3 dots, and then that's where the dislike button is at. It's a YouTube game.
Democratic Party, even as his exchange was...
Let's get back to this black shit, all right? All right. These black dudes get attacked by a heckler, right? And these are some very successful black Republicans. Check it out. They always get nasty. This is a room full of black people, though. I guess this is what they call black on black crime.
Etc. The fundamental question is, you've now had 3 generations of black people come up in the United States. As a black kid today, does he get reparations? Third question, Oh, well, hold on now. Third question. You got a lot of other people in the United States. Asians, are they responsible for the cost of the slave trade? No, because they're of Asian descent. People of Indian descent. People who are Hispanic in the United States, the largest growing population in the United States. And of course, the dominant population is still the white population. But even in that, it's not just Southern whites that were plantation
Keep fighting, Big Kim.
owners from their grandfathers. So if you're going to talk about reparations today, what you're talking about is taking money from other Americans, which quite rightly, the pain and the toil that did happen in America through slavery, through Jim Crow, but now you're asking Americans today and in the future to pay that bill. Is it that bill? Is it their bill, Americans today, to pay? I'll ask you a slightly different question, because it's not reparations. It's about Joe Biden's student loan bailout. And I'm not going off, but it's a comparison point. 2/3 of the American people did not go to college. Is it okay for Joe Biden to say, well, we're going to forgive student loans, even though 2/3 did not go to college? Is it now the debt burden of the 2/3 of the American people that did not go? I will tell you.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of digging the is it racist? I'm enjoying the white on white crime more. I'm talking about on YouTube. I'm talking about the debate. Okay. Some people call this a master debate. I just call it a masturbation. You know. Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up.
Off right now. We just saw our favorite president.
Now this is the white liberals versus the white Democrats. I mean, I'm conservative.
I hope something happens.
But what is that something? I hope that
he had a bullet coming with his name on it. That's what you said. Let's get the likes past 100. What are we doing? 73 likes in it. Let's go. Double tap the screen. Go top right. The 3 dots. Man. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. This guy's way too emotionally fueled, man. 90% of the people, that's 500, I think, some votes. Would you vote for someone just because of their skin color? Keep going with the likes. Double tap the screen. Keep double tapping the screen. Let's go.
There's some sort of political boil over, right? We're edging to a point where there's going to be some kind of civil war. There's going to be some kind of...
He just wanted to say the word edging, I swear. The likes up. Double tap the screen. Let's go. Get them up. Go to the top right of your screen. You have to keep on instructing people on these vertical lives because they don't know where the like button is at.
I felt sad. I was like, that's our president. And I know, I'm dead serious. If I felt that.
And he walks
Aren't you impressed he's
Let's face it, y'all violent. If police drag somebody out of the car, let's face it, man. Y'all gonna go and y'all gonna break every store window in the hood. Y'all gonna purposely go to the hood, run through the supermarkets, smash the windows, steal all the sneakers y'all can. That's all y'all do.
riding a bike at 80 years old and
and call that a protest. How you protesting? By going to your hood, tearing everything up that y'all built up. How? That was one of the turning points for me when I started, because I was at one of those, rallies, so-called rallies. And I'm like, yo, why do I feel scared? These people are way too, I was just with the shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck the police. And I'm like, damn, fuck the police. What if the police really leave? I start thinking like that. I might be good, but what about my kids? So, my baby mama, all these baby mamas y'all got. You ain't worried about your baby mama? There ain't no police around. You ain't worried about big mama, grandmama. If the police ain't around, especially with y'all crook ass motherfuckers, it be y'all the biggest crooks that be talking about. Well, Trump is a crook. No, you're a crook. No, you're a crook. And what's so crazy is you probably know way more crooks than Trump do. He's a crook. Like Shorty said earlier, your hero is a felon. So was Mandela. He's a lot more people's hero than Trump might probably, because Africa is very big. On the liberals. That sounds crazy, right? All right, let's get back to the black people. We all over the place tonight, man. We going black, we going white, we going Chinese. Everybody like that one. Everybody buy that one. We going everywhere. We go all around me, bud. You like yellow school bus? I like yellow school bus.
Detroit, what up, though? Yeah, I had to bring out my buffs for Detroit, man. Yeah. That's simple. I'll be quick. I'll be brief. I ain't gonna hold you too long. You heard me? The number one challenge for the black community is the wage gap. Black people make 63 to 75 cents on the dollar to their white counterparts. It's all about economics. And I'll pass it to Mrs. Marie Mott.
The fuck did this nigga just say? I ain't smoking like a half hour. Let me go back. What the hell just happened?
Counterparts. It's all about economics. And I'll pass it to Mrs. Marie Mott.
I would also have to piggyback on that it is a vast economic issue for African Americans. I think it's interesting that we're talking about history when we just had the last living survivor of the Tulsa race massacre not get any reparations for the fact that her community was bombed to the ground by white people. And that was not a one-time event. That happened in Wilmington, North Carolina, that happened in Opelousas, Louisiana, that happened all across the nation.
Actually, I think they would, Duck Sauce. What happens when he does get elected? Y'all going to chant, "Not my president" for another 3 years? Yeah, they will.
When you think about, I'm into public policy. That's what I went to Harvard for. Municipal, county, state legislatures are governed by a budget. And so when we're talking about transportation, when we're talking about education, when we're talking about housing.
I know exactly what you're saying. Super. I know exactly what you're saying. It sounds crazy. It just sounds, like I just think talking about race issue over other issues is just idiotic.
All of that has to do with dollars. Where are dollars going and who are those dollars going to? And so when I see people in my community struggling, primarily that is because they don't have economic opportunities. They don't have the ability to be able to have those tax dollars come back into their community and go into things like education and proper transportation and workforce development and economic development. I'm not into the culture wars. I'm into public policy, which is dollars and legislative decisions.
Thank you so much. All right, so now going forward, I'm going to set a 1-minute timer.
Okay, let's get the glove. Let's take the gloves off.
All right, and
would you vote for a person just because of their skin color? Answer the poll. Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up.
Whoever wants to go first, the question.
Okay, so the first guy, he made more of a religious statement talking about how if that the fatherlessness, the breaking down of the black family, which is huge in the black
and black women are out here speaking
community. We have the worst statistics across the board of any community.
Why Ebola happened when black people were protesting, slinging all that propaganda. Meanwhile, I'm on FaceTime with my boy in Liberia. Like, yo, bro, we are good over here, papi.
And a lot of it goes back to a lack of moral. It's a brokenness of a morality structure that was in the black community. That as we have progressed, through the years, we used to have those things, but now as we've progressed through the years, it has become a free for all. Where
what's old black food would that be? Oops, too late. Bow.
And the acceptance of not having a father in the home, not having a true family structure, all of these things have been done away with, even though the black community would talk about that and have.
Speak about them race hustlers. Easy says, I'm in the deep South, and I'm telling you, racism is on its deathbed. It's kept alive by race hustlers, people that make that a career and make their money off of making sure people are divided.
like conservative values when it comes to these things. We see the influence, which ties into what the other lady said, talking about like hip hop and all of these other like entertainment seems to be the cultural leader for the Black community. And so when you have this minority of,
are they wrong? Are they? I mean, is she wrong by saying that instead of books and shit like that, and you know the OGs, now your source of information is entertainment and rap music? Let's keep it real. And what they pumping in rap music for your hoes to be jumping up and down poles? You know what I'm saying? Scamming dudes, slinging ass. Let's keep it real. Doodle hole brown, you already know what it is.
Influence, which ties into what the other lady said, talking about like hip hop and all of these other like entertainment seems to be the cultural leader for the Black community. And so when you have this minority of people who run the music industry and the Hollywood and all of these different things, and I would say the music industry more so than anything has influenced the mindset of a generation.
Me and Lansky was talking earlier, right? And somebody was saying that a certain rapper's ugly as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like the side of her face just looks like a fucking concrete, a beige concrete wall. And yet she out here, one of the number one people that these little girls out here twerking when they 5 years old. You don't watch Instagram? Sad.
That has done away with traditional values. And I think also that ties into the Black church, which has done a disservice to the Black community, pandered to Black women at the expense of Black men. Same thing can be said even about the government, where it panders to Black women outside of Black men and really trying to turn the Black community, weaken Black men in that community and turn it into a matriarchy. And we see that most of the policies that have done that are coming from the left. So sorry guys, I keep getting under the weather, just go with it. So we see how those things tie into that and how the fabric of the community continues to worsen and worsen and worsen and worsen. And we take tokenism and we will want to blame someone other than ourselves and take accountability for the state of our environment. Like, white people aren't oppressing you to have children out of wedlock. White people aren't oppressing you to engage in the most vile and disgusting things that we see online, especially within the Black community. White people aren't causing the problems within the Black community. And it goes over to the other guy that ties into which he gave no evidence. He didn't make an argument for it, to say Black people make 63 cents to every 75 cents that a white person makes. They didn't go into what kind of jobs are Black people getting? What kind of, like, just to say that overall as an average, what industries, if white people would compare themselves to the Indian community, well, they make less than the Indian community, but then you have to look at what sectors and what jobs and what things they're doing. There's not systemic racism hasn't stopped Indians, hasn't stopped other ethnic and racial groups within the United States from succeeding. But for some reason, Black people, even if you have, even if you say there is opposition, there's nothing today that's actually stopping most Black people from obtaining the type of jobs.
And that's the part that we landing on. That's the basis of this whole conversation is not leaning on the weaker conversation. Like we need all this extra shit. Nah, we need to be schooled on how to invest that bread. We need to be teaching that to our kids and shit like that. We need to be planting, shit like that. We need to be investing shit like that. We need to stop thinking there's something holding us back and being lazy and get up there and take advantage of what is available to you. Stop thinking about what's not.
Stopping most Black people from obtaining the type of jobs and those things, those sectors that pay more. So it's a victim mentality more so than anything that I believe has kept us back. And she's talking about policy, about how we don't have it. Again, both of them are just talking about victimhood, where I saw the other two talking about empowerment, like, and accountability. So we have one side, which is usually the left, that is just decrying everything's a victim and government is going to fix it. Government has done nothing but to continue to destroy and eradicate the Black community. We've relied.
Salute the Melanie King, man. You know what I'm saying? Great. let's do some rabbit hole shit real quick. You know, salute to the people that's still here. You know what I mean? I know it's kind of preachy tonight, you know, but I'm getting ready for a whole different day. You know, but we got to have this conversation. We got to knock this out just so I can have a reference video. And when people come here with that black shit, you know, let's go look at this video, man.
She currently sits in.
Now, this is Cat Williams going demon time on Kamala Harris. Let's get the lights up. Double tap the screen.
Isn't the success story it might appear to be. Not only has Harris been reported to have been involved with certain powerful figures to smoothen her political ambitions, but she's also been reported to have been a ruthless attorney.
Super easy, Draco. Super easy. You can invest in small increments now. You can even invest on Cash App now.
All of this might not be news to anyone who's been following the political.
I got Alexa back. Ask Alexa who tried to assassinate Trump, and she won't understand the question. Ask her about JFK, and she'll tell you.
Details of the country, but
wait for it to get in the algorithm. She'll be smart as the fuck by tomorrow.
The part Cat has, and is still hammering on, is that Harris might not be the picture perfect.
Subscribe to the channel, man. We be going down this road a lot. It's called the rabbit hole.
Straight arrow politician she poses to be. However, Cat's warnings are not exactly for the broad scope of Americans, as his comments have proven that his views on Harris are more streamlined to how they affect Black people. And just like he's warned us about names like Diddy and TD Jakes, who all have controversial cases in the media, it seems Harris might not be too far off.
I think he going off the energy Candace, because Candace didn't have no fucking hair on her tongue when she said this bitch is a hoe.
Call him crazy, call him a druggie, but the one thing no one has still been able to call Cat Williams since he started telling on powerful people is a liar.
Politics. We've never been at the point where neither option is good for us in real life. No. This is a different conversation.
Over the past couple of hours, the fate of Americans has changed, with people having mixed views about the updates. Well, just like many of the other surprises that have come with this year, the update about Kamala Harris may be the latest addition. Granted, almost every political candidate with aspirations to the most powerful positions in the country probably has their fair share of controversies in the media. I mean, Donald Trump, the presidential candidate, is no stranger to the tabloids. However, while Trump seems to have embraced his controversial nature, Cat Williams seems to believe Kamala Harris has dedicated an unusual amount of resources into hiding that part.
Word, how'd she get all that bread overnight?
Part of her life. And to the comic, that might be a bad omen. Nonetheless, there's still a staggering amount of information available.
I think she's going to take that money and get lost. Because where's Joe Biden at right now? Y'all don't hear nothing about
Harris that aligns with Cat's views of her. In case you're not aware, Vice President Kamala Harris just inherited President Joe Biden's $96 million campaign war chest.
First public statement from Vice President Kamala Harris in the aftermath of President Biden dropping out of the 2024 race. She says that she was honored to have received President Biden's endorsement.
The Biden-Harris.
We see how they spending that money so far. They are dirty putos.
Harris campaign on Sunday formally amended filings with the Federal Election Commission.
Everybody double tap your screen.
Have you heard of turtle?
Let's get the likes up, man. You know, yeah, get the likes up.
To rename its
dirty
principal committee and declare Kamala Harris a candidate for president. The move means that should she remain on the ticket for the general election, according to the campaign legal.
No, especially if Candace Owens really goes and interview that dude she was smashing when she was a little spring chicken.
Center, Harris could assume control of the
said the dude's 60 years old
Biden-Harris campaign account, which again had nearly $96 million cash in hand at the end of June.
And she was 18.
Specifically because Biden and
I'm playing. He's not even alive anymore.
Harris share a campaign committee. The vice president and her running mate can continue using the campaign's existing funds for the general election if she is on the Democratic ticket as either the presidential.
96 million. Now you see them come up. Didn't I tell y'all the other day we didn't see one Kamala commercial? You're gonna see them shits popping out the woodworks. Y'all probably go to your YouTube and see a Kamala commercial while you're looking at this video.
Or vice president.
If Kamala video ad popped up today during this video. Type 1 in your chat.
Presidential nominee. Trevor Potter, founder and president of Campaign Legal Center, said in a statement, the reports came after U.S. President Joe Biden's withdrawal from the 2024 presidential
6 million baby
race, which left Democrats grappling with unanswered questions about the way forward.
Life in Pedunkville says a Kamala Harris commercial popped up since if you've been watching this video, right? And the Kamala Harris commercial popped up on this video or anytime today on YouTube, type 1 in the chat.
Than 4
Kamala commercial yet?
months before Election Day.
Because last week we couldn't find one of them.
Biden stepped aside on Sunday after weeks of pressure from fellow Democrats following a disastrous debate performance against former President Donald Trump in June. According to Cat Williams, this may not be good news. See, Williams has brought up the vice president's name in a few of his routines over the years, and in most of them, his claims are usually premised on how he doesn't believe Harris is a real Black woman.
Prove that.
And that's how you can tell the vice president is a real Black woman. You don't see her nowhere. She ain't at the mall, at the club, nothing. She in her room at the White House.
You see, when Kamala Harris was sworn in as the Vice President of the United States on January 20th, 2021, it marked many firsts. Not only did she become the first woman to ever take on the second highest office in the land, but as a child of Jamaican and Indian immigrants.
Wow, somebody said red dot, and I thought they was playing with me. I thought they was on my channel trolling. I really see an actual red.
She was also the first Black and first South Jamaican and Indian, the second highest
blew my mind.
Office in the land. But as a child of Jamaican and Indian immigrants, she was also the.
That hit different, don't it? When they say she not Black, that hit different. But you know, her father's Jamaican, so that makes her Black, right? Her father's Jamaican, so that makes her Black. But the mother, man, can I say it? If y'all want me to say welcome to 7-Eleven, I said it. But if y'all want me to say it, type 1. Type 1.
First Black and first South Asian American to do so. And now, after receiving a 2024 Democratic nominee endorsement by President Biden, who announced his decision to drop out of the president's.
Oh, they didn't type 1, but I'm going to say it anyway. Here it goes. Welcome to 7-Eleven. Welcome to 7-Eleven. My bad, y'all. Damn, man, that is so low class. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up.
She was also
Indian. I didn't know they meant Indian. I thought they was like West Indian. You know how in New York, like I'm Indian, but you Black. No.
The first Black and first South Asian
one more time.
ever take on the second highest office in the land. But as a child of Jamaican and Indian immigrants, she was also the first Black and first South Asian American to do so. And now, after receiving a 2024 Democratic nominee endorsement by President Biden, who announced his decision to drop out of the presidential race on July 21st, Harris is once again.
The father's Jamaican, but not Black. Oh, so he is Indian Jamaican.
In line to make history as the first Black and Asian American woman ever to lead a major party ticket.
That part, Debbie, that part, the intellect. We don't care about the woman part, the skin part, because there's some strong women that might be able to run this country. It's just not this one.
However, a significant part of the African American community has refused to recognize her standing as one of them. On that,
Heather, why y'all gonna make me do that on this channel? I'm pretty sure they're coming from my channel soon. Do you want to slash it with that? Oh, double tap the screen. I hope Kamala's not watching. They're going.
one ex-user who posted a video of her saying she's an American as opposed to an African American wrote, "This is video proof for those of y'all who keep calling Kamala Harris a black woman."
She's not. In her book, she says, "I consider myself an American, a proud daughter of immigrants, and a proud Indian American, not a black woman. I am not a black woman, per Kamala."
She is not. In her book, she says, "I consider myself an American, a proud daughter of immigrants, and a proud Indian American, not a black woman."
How do I describe myself? I describe myself as a proud American.
Another user wrote, "Remember when? And if you don't actually remember when, just lie, and the progressive media will cover for you." However,
the fake news.
Harris has been very vocal about her identity as a member of the African American community. During a 2019 appearance on The Breakfast Club.
Hell yeah, let's get there. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. I forgot about that. But double tap the screen. I'd rather y'all hit the like button than subscribe.
Co-host Charlemagne the God asked Harris about claims that she was not
Tell you why later.
African American simply because her parents were immigrants.
And her mother was a bad joint. She like Sade. Moms could have, you know what I'm saying? And the pops was an Indian Jamaican. So he's like the dude from Shotas, the Chinese Jamaican dude. Like, come on, Biggs. Come on, Biggs. Biggs.
So I was born in Oakland and raised in the United States, except for the years that I was in high school in Montreal, Canada, Harris replied. And look.
Seems more like she's just removing herself from the black race completely, man. I don't understand why everybody is raving, the people that are raving about this, when, you know, the ones that need their black fix, she's clearly telling you, I don't got nothing. It sounds just like Obama. Sounds like the same hustle Obama did.
Look, this is the same thing they
play it safe. Claim anything except for black.
did to Barack Obama. This is not new to us.
Oh, hell yeah. Wow.
Look, this is the same thing they did to Barack Obama. This is not new to us.
What? This is the same thing Barack Obama did to us. We didn't do this to Barack. We didn't make Barack act like he was black.
And this is the...
You see this deflection?
High school in Montreal, Canada, Harris
say it like me. Say I don't want to claim. Say it the way you supposed to, the way you mean it. Say I don't want to claim black because claiming black might be dangerous for me later on. So I'm gonna claim anything else besides that shit y'all talking about.
And look, this is the same thing they did to Barack Obama. This is not new to us. And so
race hustling. And look, this is the same thing they did to Barack. I just said this shit. I can't make this up. Because I did not see this video. Okay? This is a real reaction. Listen, we didn't do shit. They didn't do nothing to Barack Obama. Barack Obama's doing the same shit. You doing the same shit Barack Obama did. You know? Trying to hustle us with this race shit, you know? They look what they did to Barack. They didn't do shit to him. He lied and you lied.
Oh, I think that we know what they are trying to do. As for being black, she put it plainly, I'm black and I'm proud of being black. I was born black. I will die black, and I'm not going to make excuses for anybody because they don't understand. The reason several people seem to have a hard time believing her story is that she's made a lot of revelations about herself, by herself, which many...
So now you want to clean it up. See, this is what's so weird about Biden and Kamala in particular. They say a lot of things publicly that they forget right after they say it. And especially Biden, you know what I mean? But they kind of remind me of like the reverse Christopher Darden and Marsha Clark. You know?
Many black people seem to...
It's weird. It's weird. They do a lot of lying, do a lot of obvious shit in the public eye, and then turn around and act like they didn't fucking do it. I just don't get that part.
Believe imply.
And these are people that with, you know, like well-educated advisors and, you know, people put in place to make sure they don't do dumb shit.
That she's not one of them. For starters, there was the time in that same interview she mentioned how she'd spoken about MJ. Through laughter in a casual interview on a morning...
This ain't the Trump dumping channel, all right? Trump doesn't say any BS. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. You know? But when that's not what we're talking about right here.
Radio show on Kamala Harris clarified her support.
They love deflecting, right? They come over here. Love you too, baby girl. Eve. Right? They come over here doing all that deflecting and shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and Trump doesn't say BS. We all say BS, but that's a deflection of the topic. All right.
For the legalization of MJ, and took it one step further, telling the host she smoked in her college days. And yes, she said she inhaled.
That makes it seem like, yo, you bashing black women. That's why I play so much black women today. To let y'all see that what the general consistency of the real black women
Have you ever smoked?
are saying.
Charlemagne the God, a host on The Breakfast Club, a syndicated radio show,
Charlemagne the Bird,
asked Harris, the then senator from California and 2020 presidential candidate, I have, and I did inhale. She responded with laughter, making a joke about former President Bill.
Yeah, he set up for that shit.
Clinton's claim while he was running for president that he had smoked MJ.
This they thing. This is what makes them cool ass presidents, right? Yeah, I got high too. Newsflash, everybody did. But y'all want to get at somebody for having a trumped up charge on them. Knock it off.
While at graduate school at Oxford, but didn't like it and never inhaled.
Web Moore says, Kamala all day, homie. I ain't your fucking homie. Put him on timeout.
Have you ever smoked?
I have.
Okay. Like
And I inhaled. I did inhale. It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
She might not inhale, but we definitely know she like that bottle. Tap the screen. Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up. You know what I'm saying? All right. E.T.
But yes, she said, laughing with Charlemagne and co-host DJ Envy. I just broke news. Harris, a former California Attorney General, also disputed reports that she doesn't support legalizing marijuana. That's not true, she said. I think that it gives a lot of people joy, and we need more joy.
Double tap screen, get the lights up. Ezel, from this side of the house, it looks like you are taking a shit. It looks like you're, again, this is my favorite slogan this week. Do not try to piss on me and tell me that it's April showers. All right? Bait and switch all day, man. Let's get back to that black shit. Oops. Sorry, Pop. My mother get mad at me every time I posted that on TikTok, and I didn't even know my mother was on TikTok. It's like, I'm embarrassed of you as a son gonna do that to Pop. Like, mommy, I didn't do that to Pop. The internet is undefeated, man. Y'all know this show. This is my brand.
Nigga, you gay. Nigga, you.
Man, that was my mistake. I keep telling people, man, I don't really have much to do with the show. I'm only responsible for the talking part. Okay? Double tap screen. Let's get the lights up. Oops. Again. Put your hands up. The next cop dragging a black person out of the car video will be this week. Now, this is 3 black conservatives against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like some more, against some liberals. In the Jubilee channel debates a little bit more, but this is dope though, global warming hysteria. Truthfully, assalamu alaikum to black people, and for the people that say, well, they're going to get rid of you Muslims, and you voting for Trump and they're going to get rid of you Muslims. Nah, we talking about radical Muslims. There's a difference between a Muslim and a radical. A radical, let me explain what a radical so-called Muslim. Radicals are not Muslims. That's number one. Let's keep it real. Anybody that'll bomb themselves or run an airplane into a building or any of that goofy shit right there. That is not a Muslim. Muslims do not believe in suicide. Actually, it's one of those things that'll take you right to hell. They didn't say in Islam, they don't believe that if you rob somebody, you're going straight to hell. We don't believe that. We don't believe that you rob somebody, you're going straight to hell. You know, you can repent for killing somebody, but if you commit suicide, you're going right to hell. So you tell me what part of the Muslim doctrine is that? What part of the Muslim doctrine is we die? Because listen, if they would have told me when I became Muslim that I got to strap myself up with a bomb, I would have said, listen, man, I'm on my way to church, sir. How I look like to y'all? Knocking my own self off to prove something to what? So who? What is it doing? That I'm bombing something. No, that's radical Islam. That and it's not Islam, because Islam itself means peace. Islam is peace. How could I have peace if I'm blowing myself to pieces? Man, they got y'all so brainwashed, y'all don't even know how to think. That's crazy. The religion of peace wants to blow itself up. That's some government bullshit, man, that y'all been falling for. On this side, we call it some Democrat shit. But trust me when I tell you, that's propaganda. Because I'm a Muslim, and if you ask me to blow myself up, I might blow you up. You feel me? For real, for real. Propaganda. I cancel. Y'all black families, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. And any of you motherfuckers that was out here hating on me, I remember you motherfuckers by first and last name. All right, Tyrone Jenkins. All right, Uncle Ruckus. I remember you motherfuckers, man. This one right here is resonating.
The Trump election, and I went to the inauguration and all of that. So and then it trickled down to my family. Aunts won't speak.
Yo, you want to not be my friend forever? If you like real life, real talk, right? Let me give y'all some game about me, right? You ever want to ever get into arguing with me? Target me because of my political views. I will automatically get rid of you. You're no longer valuable in my life, man. I'm not about to argue with nobody about no fucking political views to a point where you calling me an Uncle Tom or you disrespecting me or any of that. We're not going to play that. I will exit you out of my life forever. I don't care how long I know you, because your political view, guess what? Your political view tells me a whole lot about you. How you behave during the debate tells me a lot about you. Some of you motherfuckers act like Tyson in the ring when he bit Evander Holyfield ear. Where's your sportsmanship? Why y'all? You know what? I'm gonna go even deeper, right? Your lack of sportsmanship comes from your lack of study.
Nigga, you gay.
And your lack of confidence comes from your lack of study.
Nigga, you gay.
Your lack of backbone comes from you not being able to follow orders or take real legitimate instructions from real men as men.
Nigga, you gay.
Or from women as women that know, that have the results. This is like, okay, this is the type of situation where would you take advice, relationship advice, for somebody that doesn't know how to maintain a relationship, like a hoe, like a she a hoe, or do running around, you know what I mean, smashing everything out, don't know what it's like to pick up your child in the morning or take them to school. I'm not going to take no advice, some business advice for somebody that's unsuccessful with business. You feel where I'm coming from? A lot of family targeted a lot of people. Black families targeted us because it was shocking to hear somebody say that they like Trump. Well, you like Trump. You the same one pumping all this music that's talking about Trump, making Trump synonymous with success. Because let's keep it real. There was no rock and rollers, speaking about Trump. It was hip hop artists. Trump this, Trump that. I'm the black Trump. Until media hit you.
To me, even now, I got aunts that don't.
And not MEDIA. I'm talking about meteor. Like a fucking rock must have hit some of y'all in there. Black people how they're giving y'all, and this is what he refers to as y'all, or them, excuse me, how they're giving them money. What do you mean giving us money? How did it affect us? Well, the young man said clearly that, and back in the days when they gave us that money, if the father was in the house, they took that money. So basically, you're switching or trading for little pennies. You trade in your dad for the money. Remember that movie Claudine, man? Somebody said James Earl Jones was in it. He was the father. When the welfare lady used to come there, they used to hide everything they had. Because if they think that you had anything, they took everything. So what are you talking about? They gave us some money. Welfare is not a giveaway, man. When somebody's collecting welfare, guess what? If they collecting welfare, they're not doing anything for themselves. Most likely, they're being trapped in some projects that y'all fighting for. What, Trump wants to get rid of the projects. What about Granny? Respectfully, fuck your grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't you the same one that's talking all this hot shit about what you got and what you could do and all of this other shit? You know what I'm saying? Take care of your grandmother. How about that? Why is your grandmother in the projects in the first place? Let's exit out the projects. When you ever been to a project? So you telling me your grandmother's still in the projects? This is what your grandmother, bro, there's rats bigger than cats in Webster Projects. Every time I go over to my sister's house and I pass by Webster Projects, I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers sitting out there barbecuing with rats running around them. You know what I mean? Your grandmother's up in this shit. When you ever been up in the projects and the elevators don't smell pissy, or the hallways, you know, when you go down to the first floor and you gotta hop, skip over piss and all type of other shit. That's what you want your grandmother in? What was she gonna do? She gonna be on the street? No, they ain't gonna put your grandmother on the street. Are you gonna let your grandmother go on the street? That's what you need to ask yourself. We need to empower ourselves so we don't never have to put out granny. Nah, grandma did everything for you. Put your grandmother in the old folks home, nigga, you worthless piece of shit. Got your grandmother in the projects, paying $60 a month, you bum.
I ain't never seen a big boy grill on the roof. Never seen a big boy grill on the roof. I ain't never seen a big boy grill on the roof. Big boy grilling on the roof. Big boy grilling on the roof. Big boy ain't grilling on the roof. I ain't never seen a big boy get on the roof.
That's what I think about Democrats. When I think about Democrats, y'all want you see they ask them what words come to your mind when you think about a black person with a MAGA hat on. This is what I think when I see the opposite.
I ain't never seen a big boy grill on the roof. Never seen a big boy grill on the roof. I ain't never seen a big boy grill on the roof. Big boy grilling on the roof.
They coming up with their arguments and their plans right on the fucking roof, grilling porks.
I ain't never seen a big boy grill on the roof. Never seen a big boy grill on the roof. I ain't never seen a big boy grill on the roof.
Supermarkets in the hood, that fruit, that so-called fruit. We don't need no project.
On it was, I didn't see true racism.
Projects is just that, a fucking science project that lasted too long.
Country till I became a conservative. You know, a lot of people commenting on it was, I didn't see true racism in this country till I became a conservative. Because I've seen hate.
Thank you. I've said that them exact same words. I've never seen hate until I became a conservative. And then I start seeing it. I'm like, damn. You know, like I had people come to me and tell me I'm dumb. You better look at the real issues. You're brainwashed. I'm like, yo, listen, if I taught you half the shit that you know and it went right for you and you're like, I'm talking about me, Mac Mean personally. If I told you, you know, all type of things that went right in your life and I'm a well-studied motherfucker and I decide to change my political affiliation or beliefs, right? Why would you target me if you loved me your whole life? That's how I start thinking about it. I start thinking that this decision I made is a decision from God because God made it. This is something that I would never thought that I would be thinking about, you know, being a, you know, looking at or even considering the Republican side. But it wasn't until then that I started seeing how many fake motherfuckers was around me, targeting me, telling me shit like I ain't, you know, like I don't, yo, you. You drank the Kool-Aid or something. What Kool-Aid is you talking about, bro? What fucking Kool-Aid is you talking about? And then they talk this Uncle Tom shit. Do you even know who Uncle Tom was? This is crazy, bro. It's like dissing me and calling me somebody that I love. Or the idea that I love, because Uncle Tom to me is the idea. It's the guy I think about. When y'all think about slavery, y'all looking at the movie Django. Y'all think everybody was in the house being a Uncle Tom. What was the dude name from Django? Samuel L. Jackson. What was his name in that? Jasper. That's who you mean. Y'all saying all the black people that was in the house was a Jasper. They was on some. They didn't have those black people that was in the house that was sneaking to the field and giving them food. You didn't have black people in the house that was sneaking to the field and giving their kids and their nephews and cousins, because that's what was around them in them fields. They family, bro. Some of them black people finesse their way into the house. I think all black people is just stupid. Some of them black people finesse their way into that house to make moves happen. Some of these slaves had so much food and stuff stocked up inside them barns and stuff that people didn't know about. And that so-called Uncle Tom was the one that gave it to them, because they didn't caught your black ass up in that house. Let's keep it real. Put yourself in a position and think about what I'm talking about. All right? Yeah, without an Uncle Tom, more people would have been starving. How about that one? All right? Without an Uncle Tom, you wouldn't have known what Master was up to in the crib. Huh? Without the Uncle Tom.
Hate speech come from people. You don't talk about left talking about hate so much.
That field nigga shit is the idea. There was some dudes that was in the field. There was some dudes that was in the field that was way worse than that. So there was some dudes that was in the field that was, you know what I mean, thinking that they seen the loophole and thought they was bigger and better than everybody and did some foul shit. Not all them black people was just, victims. There was a lot of black people that had slaves, especially the Jamaicans. For real. You feel me? You want to know why? Because some of the West Indians knew that, right? I mean, they were slave owners, but they didn't treat their so-called slaves like slaves. They were more like employees. They got a lot of them. They freed them and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only part when somebody says, okay, well, Kamala Harris is brown because her father is Jamaican. Well, listen, Jamaican is black, goofy. And whatever your father is, that makes you that. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. That's what they say. Lineage-wise, but culture-wise, we're talking about something else. We're talking about the difference between somebody that is black or, by race and somebody that identifies with black culture. Do you have to know the difference? Someone that identifies with black culture. I ain't talking about the white Black Lives Matter lady. I ain't talking about her. Somebody that identifies or empathizes with black culture. You know what I'm saying? About the end of the live, but let me drop the elevator for my motherfucking nigga out here. Let me see what he got to say. A person that I don't think Wax AP is a liberal or Democrat, but I just believe that he understands the issues. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that, like me, I'm not a Republican. People get that shit confused. I'm more of a independent conservative type thing. You know what I'm talking about? Or conservative independent.
Yesterday, because my cousin just got out of jail, so I went to go see him. So
why would abortion be the cause of that? Fear is what keeps people from having kids, from starting a family, not abortion. There's a lot of people out there just having what I call fun babies. Let me milk the system. Let me have these babies. I don't got no.
This is what I'm around every day.
There's nothing in play that's going to assure this child's future. Just fun babies. Just have the baby just because. Let's have babies. Let's get the likes. Matter of fact, don't even worry about that. I'm tired of telling y'all get the likes up. I'm liked out. And matter of fact, AP, I'm about to get off of this because I'm at the 3-hour mark and I gotta run outside and start and open it up with AP. We're gonna be on this shit for a couple more hours, for at least another hour. So hey, double tap the screen on your way out the door. I gotta get up out of here, man. Thank you for everybody pulling up today, man. Kenny Lansky, you know what I'm saying? Met my truth lady, Queen E, Splash, Ming, everybody that was up in here. Lanskeezy, my brother. If I forgot you, former TSTV, Mind the Major Baltimore, my fucking brother. Cupid Guts. Who else? Hey, everybody that was here today, man. Abortion was used as birth control. Was easier than remembering pills daily. Plan B and all this, you know what I'm saying? All right, man. I'll get with y'all soon, man. I got to get up out of here, man, because I got to run out the house real quick and do some things. All right? It's always a pleasure, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. We out here. We do what we do. Y'all do what y'all do, man. We waiting for the orange man, to get put back in place. All right? We out.